About to go on a dolphin tour, so let's go.
Mom! The giant fish!
You gonna sit where they need to exit?
There's the whole thing of kids.
Careful.
All right. I'm Captain Victor. Welcome to Baywatch. As we leave the slip, I have to sound the horn. You want to hold your ears? Now's the time. On 1, 3, 2, 1. I was not joking. We have Children's Life Vest on the bow, in the compartment on the port and starboard side, left and right here next to me on the left, on the inside. We also have adult life vests as well, but we only have 2. One for me and that lady right there. The rest of y'all are out of luck. Sorry about your luck. Nah, I'm kidding. We got plenty above the seats here in the cabin and under the seats in the back. The good news is we never used any of them. Not planning on starting today. We also have cold drinks in the cooler. They now gone up to $5 a piece due to maritime law since we left the dock. No, I'm kidding. They're still $2. You got to help yourself though. I'm not gonna get it for you, and hand me a couple bucks. We also have a restroom in the boat. It's very small, hot in there. It don't smell real good because there ain't no running water. And you're welcome to use it. It's emergency use number 1 only. If you do, please put all paper products in the trash. And because you put them in the toilet or you make a mess in the toilet, then the plumber has to deal with it. Well, he's a grouchy fella. He's like, I can't believe this. Rubber, didn't you tell them? I'm like, yeah, man. I told them. They didn't listen. Well, I don't believe you. Rubber. By the way, I'm also the plumber. You make a mess in there and I will talk to myself in a bad way. Alright, no standing in the seats, no sitting up on the rails. You are welcome to put your knees in the seat, turn around, hang on the rail. Do not throw anything in the water, and it is against the law to feed the dolphins. $10,000 fine, so I wouldn't do that if I were you. And when I say don't throw anything in the water, that means yourself and or your children as well. We got the brown pelican on the pole here, a couple of them on the rocks there. Now the brown pelicans are the Louisiana state bird. Everybody around here calls them brown bombers. I like to think of them as miniature pterodactyls myself. Thought that ever since I was a young man. Now the black birds with the long neck, drying their feathers out, they're not really flashing you. They are a type of loon known as a cormorant, and they can swim underwater 40 feet deep. That's a long ways. I don't care who you are. On the right is the Ocean Star. It's a jack-up drilling platform that used to drill for oil in the Gulf of Mexico. It is now a museum you can take a tour of 7 days a week. See what it's like to drill for oil offshore. They have a plethora of written information in there you can read about drilling for oil. Take you about 2 hours to read it all, matter of fact. And if reading's not your thing, they got cool stuff to look at. Now, my wife, she'd be in there reading every word. I'd be done looking at everything, waiting on her going, come on, woman, let's go. Of course, I'd just be thinking that. I wouldn't be saying it out loud because I'm not a dumb man. That's right. By the time you get to your 4th marriage, you figure that kind of stuff out. Or at least you should have. Banana. Coming up on the right is the banana dock. Once a week, a ship comes in. Not that one. He's just renting dock space. That's a big hauler ship. Every Sunday night, a ship comes in from Central America loaded down with tropical fruit and bananas. It takes about 20 hours or so to offload it all and backload the empties. Now, it only takes a few hours to get the tropical fruit off because it all comes in refrigerated Connex boxes stacked on top of the ship. They take it off with the big cranes, and the forklifts and trucks take them around front and stack them up. Now the rest of that time every week, the whole hull of the ship, plus these warehouses, every week are full of nothing but tons and tons and tons of bananas. So if you have purchased any tropical fruit or bananas anywhere in the United States with the Del Monte brand or sticker on it, has to go right through that dock first to get there. Right here in Galveston.
size boat.
Now, folks, what we are looking for here in the harbor this morning is Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. And they can hold their breath up to 7.5 minutes if they want to, which is about 7 minutes longer than I can today. So I will need your help in spotting them. You cannot see dolphins on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, texting your besties, or playing on Snapchat or TikTok. You have to be looking out in the water, and if you see a dorsal fin or you think you see a dolphin, I want you to point your whole arm at it just like this and go, woo! Dolphin. That way everybody knows what you're pointing at and where to look. Now keep in mind you do not have to be quiet on this tour, because we're not hunting wabbits. We're hunting dolphins. The louder you are we get next to them, the more they want to come up and see what y'all are making all that noise about. So when we get next to dolphins, y'all help me out, make a bunch of noise, and maybe they won't practice that 7.5 minute breath hold they got, alright? Alright, alright, alright. Now, coming up on the starboard right here outside my window, the blue vessel in the slip is a Texas Responder. It is an oil spill response vessel. In the event of an oil spill, he'll head out with his barge and several other vessels, surrounding the oil spill with oil-absorbent booms, creating a containment area. They will then commence to sucking up the oil inside the containment area. They have a separation unit. They can separate the water from the oil. Put the water back in the Gulf, bring the oil in on the barge behind him there to be disposed of properly. The good news is he's just standing by. Better news is I never seen him go to work. That's a good thing. No oil on our beaches, probably in there eating Doritos right now, watching TV, getting paid for it. Not a bad job, huh? That is feel like eating Doritos, I guess. I don't think they make you eat them, but I know they got them. If you work on boats, they buy their variety packs, so you get nacho cheese and Cool Ranch. That's right. Now this ship is just renting dock space as well. We do that a lot here in Galveston because the ships that come in here only come in once a week usually. So we rent out a lot of dock space to make them come for the docks, and plus they need it for these ships that can't get stuff done in Houston because they're too busy. And they can't let a ship stand there on the docks. He's been here almost a week. Now that dock was an import-export dock. They used to import brand new BMWs and Mini Coopers and a bunch of heavy equipment, but Royal Caribbean has leased that dock now for the next 20 years, and they've already started destruction. They got a fence up there. They're tearing up the lot, and then they're going to build the new cruise ship terminals for the big Oasis class ships there. And I believe that's a seismograph cable laying boat. Goes out and surveys the bottom of places offshore. Still. Don't look like it's seen a shipyard in a while though. Might be. You see one at the end of the dock there, sir? Like right over here? Yeah. Might be. They like that stirred up water there that tugboat's pushing around. There he is. One dolphin right here on the right. Woo! Yeah, they when they're by themselves, they're a little shy, but you never know. There he is, right there. Two of them, actually. Right there next to the boat on the right. Here, dolphin, 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 dolphin. Come on.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Now, that's a universal call for every animal but a cat. Cats look at you like you're stupid if you do that. Any of y'all make a dolphin noise? Okay, can any of y'all make a dolphin noise? They told me it's like your mama telling you, eh. You just got to do it real fast over and over again. Hi there, Speedy. Slow it down, man. They don't have to. There's no speed limit in here, by the way. Yeah. Now, the dolphins might like that wave, though, so y'all just keep watching. They may surf it out right behind us here or beside us. Now, dolphins are definitely not scared of this boat, guys, just so y'all know. They come right to it often, just like they did almost, but they decided to go down. But they are wild. They do what they want. So the yacht basin owned a lot of nice fishing boats and yachts, sailboats, liveaboards, pleasure boats, charter fishing boats, and just about every other kind of boat you can think of. In the building with the seahorse on it, they got racks and racks of boats and dry storage. See, that boat will pass everything but the fuel station. Gotta go fill it up again with them 3 motors on the back. And the offshore shrimp boats back there in the slip. The big offshore boats go offshore to deep blue water in the Gulf of Mexico and shrimp for as long as it takes to get between 300 and 500 80-pound bags of shrimp.
I saw the thing right out there.
On the left. Woo! And now they're gone. There they are, right there on the left. Actually, I think it's 3 of them. Here, dolphin, 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 come on.
Huh?
That's right, they told me it's like your mama telling you, eh. Just got to make you do it real fast over and over again. Y'all make some noise. Woo! Come on, some of you guys know what that sounds like. Hey, honey. Mostly women laugh at that. Men are crying inside just a little bit. That's right. Now, towards the end of the harbor down there, I think we're going to have a few more dolphins because there's a shrimp boat shrimping down there. And we will go check that out. We'll catch these on the way back if they're here still. I want to have a chance for y'all to see everything you can. And we got a ship coming in, so we're going to get out of his way. Got a narrow path for him right now with the dredge here on the left, sucking up sand and silt, trying to keep it a safe level for ship traffic, and trying to get around the docks there too.
Well, that's what we went on last night. That is? Yeah.
And you never know, guys, you might see some dolphins on the bow of this ship because they do like a push of water. I don't know if there's any around, but ships usually always have a push of water in front of them. They like to play on that. So that dredge barge runs on an anchor system. They've got an anchor over here, right here on the right, with a cable running on the bottom. And he sucks on that cable with a winch and pulls that barge back and forth from left to right on the cable system. And that's how he sweeps the bottom. And he can move himself forward and then put his spuds down in the back so he can pivot on them. That's another big hauler ship coming in. Now, one of our largest exports that goes on those ships is used cars going to Africa. Apparently, Africa's roads are so bad, they're in the market for any and all used cars they can get their hands on. out. Keep watching. You might see it again. Just barely surfed it out. He's right there on the back of the wave instead of out there on the front. And y'all give the Texas A&M the taking students, future students out to give them a little tour. That's old Captain Nate on there.
I need a direct
Huge waves. Oh, there's things that leak. There's stuff that leaks water in.
Now hang on, you might get a splash, water coming in on the floor. And got a ferry boat coming into the ferry boat landing here as well. Now the ferry landing here on the right, that is a free boat ride for you and your vehicle. Take you on Liquid Highway 87 out of the harbor, across the ship channel to Bolivar Peninsula. The landmass as far as you can see all the way out of the end of the harbor. Bolivar Peninsula, this Crystal Beach is over there. You can drive on the beach for miles and miles. That is a shortcut to Louisiana, bring you out on Highway 10 in Winnie, Texas. And we got a bunch of dolphins all the way on the other side. But of course we got ferry boats doing their thing. Ferry boats are named after Texas commissioners, and their colors represent the university that each commissioner graduated from. That's why they're all different colors, not because we were trying to be islandy with our color scheme. So that dredge is pumping that sand and silt in that pipe all the way down here by the island here in front of us. Then it goes underwater all the way across the other side and around the end of the island, and then back up on the island over behind all the populated area there to the unpopulated area. That's a real nice boat right here. We're going to kind of turn into these waves and then take the stern of the ferry boat.
Yeah, we're turning around. So that's a
Don't fill up again.
Oh, hang on. So when they leave the dock, you can see you can go upstairs where the windows are. It's air conditioned on the inside of the windows. That's where the restrooms are with running water. No angry plumbers. Walk around 360 degrees up there, getting a bird's eye view of the surrounding area on your ride over. Speaking of birds, they'll even let you feed the seagulls off the back deck. I don't suggest you do that, however, though. Seagulls like to drop them nasty little presents back down at you. But about halfway over there, if you get bored, and then people are feeding them seagulls on the back deck, you go around back, look down, and that's when the show begins. Birds' bellies get full, they start dropping them presents, and people start running around like chickens with their head cut off, running from the very birds they brought to the boat. find that entertaining sometimes. It's funny. I don't care who you are. It's a free show. You can go watch it too. Now, people on that boat are smart enough not to do it. Now keep watching right up front here on the right. And there you are, dolphins straight ahead. Bunch of them. 3 or 4. Woo! Here, dolphin, 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 dolphin. Come on. Got some more over on the right behind this trip boat.
Oh yeah, there's some I saw this.
Come on, dolphins, come on. Got 3 or 4 right there behind the shrimp boat. We're gonna get over there and get close to them, but we had some peeled off here on the front on the left too.
Look right here. There's some right here. Right here. Oh, they're right there. Oh no, that's the wood. Oh, see right there. Right there.
There you go. Got dolphins on the left right here. I got dolphins on the left of me, dolphins on the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. I know, keep your day job, boy. Woo! Got the U.S. Coast Guard here. Now the hatchet takes care of the red and green buoys out in the bay and the marker signs. The Harry Claiborne, he takes care of the big sea buoys out here in the ship channel and offshore. Now the Edward Cleveson and Dan Yatar are offshore cutter ships. Here, dolphin, 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 come on. Right here on the right. You guys in the back, here they come, right here on the right. Slow it down here where we can see them. There you go for you guys in the back there, right there. My current is still ripping out. And don't worry, I'm gonna swing around where everybody gets a chance.
It's okay, baby. He wants to see too. That's cool.
I'm holding onto the handles.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
Maybe not so
I think so, folks. Yeah.
Okay, go back to your side. There, your side.
Right here on the left now, guys.
Okay.
I see them. Two.
Here, dolphin, 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 dolphin. Come on now.
I saw it. I saw its eye.
Oh, look, they're right here.
That's so cool.
See 'em?
One's right
So
there.
I'll be nice so these people behind us can see them too. We'll get on the other side of them as we can. There you go.
Wow, there's 4.
Now he's bringing in his net, so we got to kind of watch out. He's going to be backing up right here
There's more right there.
All over, aren't they?
as we spin around. Whoa, look at all the brown pelicans here.
Oh, wow. Of course you do.
Not right now. Not right now. The waves are huge. You'll fall over.
So y'all are going to get to see the bird show here in just a second as his nets hit the air. And look at all the dolphins.
See they're bringing in the fish net?
And here comes the planer boards. Now he will take off. And he's going to go up here and do some donuts here in just a second. out here. I figured he'd go a little ways.
Look at all the dolphins.
There you go.
But it's cool.
Look at all the dolphins. So now he's pulling the end of this net in. Now the reason the dolphins follow the nets, guys, is because of those planer boards stirring up fish. They come up out of the sides there, and the dolphins will attack them while they're coming up off the bottom. And every net has a TEDS unit, which is a turtle evasive device, which is a round hoop sewed in the net. It's got that white floaty ball on it. You'll see it here in just a second. Here it comes. There it is. It's got slats on it. And all the shrimp and little fish will go straight through to the end of the net. And any bigger fish and or shrimp will go through, and or turtles will hit that grating and come out of a safety flap. And there he goes. He just dumped it all on the table, and here come all the birds. Because they know he's got to throw back in all the little fish, so they're waiting on a free meal. So now you've seen the dolphin, shrimp, and bird show. What is this floaty ball? Somebody's crab net, crab trap. Alright, now the birds are all the dolphins are gonna follow him too. So our Coast Guard here in Galveston also patrols inshore and offshore and are responsible for more drugs seized in America than any other Coast Guard in the United States. That's because Houston is the 5th largest port in the world when it comes to tonnage of cargo going in and coming out. We have 35 to 40 ships a day going in and out of the ship channel there. Lots of opportunity. Now if you go over here and you make a left in the ship channel, you're straight ahead in front of us, 40 miles into Houston, Texas, up the Houston ship channel. You go out of the harbor and make a right, you're headed out Galveston ship channel, out Galveston jetties. Galveston jetties are 6 miles long, made out of big blocks of granite from Marble Falls, Texas. They are approximately 2 miles apart, and there is a ship anchorage from the Bolivar Ferry landing all the way out to the end of the jetties, where ships take on fuel before heading back overseas. Galveston jetties are in the Guinness Book of World Records as the longest jetties in the world out there. Now in front of us is the sunken ship Selma, the concrete ship out there in front on the left, past the red, white stripe marker there. The Selma is a concrete ship built in World War I. Steel was real expensive and hard to come by. So President Eisenhower commissioned 21 ships, experimental ships, to be made out of concrete and steel rebar. They completed 6. Them dolphins are coming right at y'all on the left over there. I don't know. They're going to pop up before they get here. Still trailing this shrimp boat. There they are, back over on the left behind that other boat there. Oh, and right there, look. Came up at the boat. And you got dolphins jumping off the bow of the Neptune over here on the left. The blue boat right there. No, the blue one. See the white water? Watch them. They're playing on the front.
Oh, yeah.
So they completed 6 of those ships, and the Selma was the largest. Keep watching. Them dolphins love to go crazy, man. We'll see some air here in a minute, maybe. Keep watching on the left. Now we're out of time. We got to head in. There they go. Come on, dolphins. You can do it. Woo! So the Selma formed a 60-foot crack. She ran aground in Mexico. They brought her to Texas to try to fix it. They tried twice, it didn't hold. That's the problem with concrete ships. You can't fix them once they take damage. So they were like, what are we going to do with it? Well, they had a choice. They could haul it offshore with one tugboat, blow a hole in it, make a nice fishing spot. But being our United States government was in control of it, that's not what they did. They decided, we'll study it. See how salt water and air affect concrete and steel. So they spent 2 years digging out that trench on that sandbar, drug it up there, and they've been studying it now for almost 100 years. Your tax dollars hard at work right there. Seawolf Park here on the right. Now guys, we left early and we're probably going to be late because that current is ripping out. So that's okay. We saw lots of dolphins. And my man back there got to see his concrete ship. That's right. And Seawolf Park is a World War II memorial park here on the right. They got a lighted fishing pier. They got picnic tables and grills, a playground for the kids. They used to have a bait house. They used to have rid of this apparently. They have a basketball court, volleyball court, and a real small soccer field. Great place for a family picnic. And 2 World War II vessels there at the Naval Museum that you can go take a tour of. Or go look in on an app. The black one is the USS Kabbalah submarine. Sank many ships in World War II. Most famous for sinking a Japanese aircraft carrier. Oh, look at the babies. Oh, look at the baby duck. Isn't that cute? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I was like, wow. You don't get to see stuff like that every day. And the one duck's like trying to lead us away from them. Well, that was cool. I don't know what they're doing way out here in the middle of the ship, the Galveston Harbor. So the Kabbalah sank many ships in World War II, most famous for sinking a Japanese aircraft carrier that participated in the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Great ship is a destroyer class escort ship. His job was to escort ships back and forth to Europe during the war. Mainly supply ships carrying personnel and cargo for the war effort. And it looks like they're going to hook up another piece of pipe on there and drag that dredge up some more or something. I don't know. I think they would hook it to the other end, but maybe he's having problems. I don't know. So his job was to escort ships back and forth to Europe during the war. Shot down many airplanes and fended off many submarines with his barrage racked for depth charges on the back. So I told y'all all about this stuff down here, so we'll turn on some music and enjoy the ride for a minute. All right. like a dolphin sticker? How about you? You want a dolphin sticker? No? Okay. Alright, right here on the right is the Galveston Harbor tugboats. Anybody else wants a sticker? Dolphin sticker. Alright. Galveston Harbor tugboats that help ships get in and out of the harbor, help spin them around, push them up against the dock until they get their lines tied off. Then to help pull them off the dock and escort them back out of the harbor. All the ships need that help except for the cruise ships. They don't need any help because they have multiple thrusters on the front and the back, and they can spin their own sails around and push their own sails on and off the dock. Now the building with the green roof and the palm trees, there goes the customs boat, U.S. Border Patrol. Any ships coming into land have to have a pilot bring them in from offshore. They got two of them black and white boats, one named Galveston, that one's name is Texas. Highly motivational thinking process in the naming of those two. Take that pilot offshore, he'll jump off of those boats onto the big ship while it's moving, bring it in. Then when he takes it back out, they'll take it back home, go out there and pick them up and bring them back home. It's that way all the world. Y'all hang on a little rock and roll. And Houston has their own pilots as well. So that big ship that came in earlier, that pilot jumped off of that boat onto the moving ship and brought it all the way in. All the way down there, and it's funny.